Section 8.2 measures of area, volume, and capacity. Conversions of area. Units of length are also called linear units. Because they are used to measure along a line. The units used to measure the size of an object in 2 dimensions are called square units. They are based on a very simple idea. 1 square unit is defined to be the area of a square that is 1 unit long on each side. So in this first picture, notice we have this 1 inch on the left, 1 inch across the bottom, 1 inch on the right, and 1 inch across the top. So it's 1 inch long on all sides. This makes 1 square inch. In the picture on the right here, I have a bunch of these 1 by 1 squares. So let's say this is 1 by 1. So this is 1 square inch. The one next to it is 1 square inch, 1 square inch, and so on. I have 3 going up and 5 going across. So in total, this picture shows 15 square inches, or has an area of 15. When we were measuring distances, for example, if I was just measuring the length of this side, I could do this with a straight line and it would be equal to 3 inches. That's linear, again, like a line. But when I want to measure what's inside, or the area, I can do this by filling it in with all of these little squares. And when I have 1 inch by 1 inch, or inch times inch, that leaves me with square inches. So we need to use square units when we're dealing with things in 2 dimensions. Let's develop conversions for square units. So our goal in problem 1 is to convert 1 square foot into square inches. We do this by multiplying by an appropriate conversion factor twice. Right, so right now we have 1 square foot. Think about in section 1, when I wanted to eliminate units, I need to have them match on the top and bottom. So let's say I was going from feet to inches. I would have had 5 feet. Then you would multiply by something with feet on the bottom so that it could go away, and inches on the top. And then you put in how many inches are in a foot. Here I have feet squared. Here I had feet to power 1. So if I want to get rid of, say, this feet squared, I'm going to need to have feet in the denominator not once, but twice. Isn't feet times feet the same as feet squared? Just think 4 times 4 is 16, which is 4 squared. So the same thing multiplied twice, I can write it as that thing to power 2. So feet squared I could write as feet times feet. But I already know a unit fraction involving feet and inches, and again our goal is to get into square inches. So plugging in that unit fraction, feet squared will go away when I eliminate both feet in the bottom, and I'm left with 2 sets of inches. Well, again, if I'm going to do 12 times 12 and inches times inches, it's going to be the same as 12 times 12, which is 144, and inches times inches is inches squared. So 1 square foot is the same as 144 square inches. And just imagine that you had a square and you drew 12 lines in it. So I have 1, 2, 3. Okay, these super beautifully drawn lines, I have 12 of them. And then I drew 12 more lines horizontally. Okay, pretend this looks nice. If you added up all of the squares in this 12 by 12 box, there would be 144 of them. So it takes 144 square inches to fill up 1 square foot, or 1 foot by 1 foot. right? So I have 1 foot by 1 foot, but each of these little squares is 1 inch by 1 inch, and I have 144 of them in that same space. So what we noticed is that there were 2 factors of feet in the denominator, which is what we needed to divide away those square feet in the numerator, and the resulting units were square inches. The conversion we get between square feet and square inches, or 1 square foot is 144 square inches, is the square of the conversion factor between linear feet and inches. So notice if I had 12 inches in 1 foot, which is our linear conversion factor, and I square this, I end up with 144 inches squared. Well, 1 squared is still 1, and then feet squared. So it really was just the square of the linear conversion factor we had from section 1. So to conclude, if we know a linear conversion factor, we can then square the number that is not 1 to get a related conversion factor for the square units. Notice in the one we did, we had to square the 12. Yes, we squared the 1, but 1 squared is still 1, so it didn't change. So if you square the number that's not 1, you can end up with the conversion factor for our square units. So here are some conversion factors for both the English system and the English metric system, like going between the both of them. Let's look at problem 2. We have a 52-inch widescreen TV has a screen area of 1,064 square inches. How many square feet is this? Okay, so take what you were given and use an appropriate conversion factor to eliminate the units you started with and end in the units you want to end with. So we can just use the one that we just talked about, which is that there are 144 square inches for every square foot. And remember, you can use this either way. You can use the reciprocal of this fraction or the one I wrote, and it's still a unit fraction. It's still equal to 1, so it doesn't actually change the measurement that we started with. The square inches will simplify away. What I'm left with is 1,064 divided by 144, and the units we're left with are square feet. If you plug this into your calculator, you'll get that it is approximately 7.39 square feet. All right, let's look at problem 3. So the state of California has an area of 163,696 square miles. How many acres is that? So we're hoping in the chart above that there is a conversion between square miles and acres. And there is a conversion for this. We see it at the very bottom of the first column. So in 1 square mile, it's 640 acres. So let's use this to write a conversion factor. Again, start with what you were given. And I want the miles to go away, or the square miles to go away, and I want to be left with acres. So I'm going to put the square miles on the bottom, and it says that there is 1 square mile per 640 acres. So square miles go away. These two numbers are being multiplied since they're both in the numerator. And if you multiply these together, you get 104,765,440 acres. So every time you're given one of these charts, you can just look at them and try to see if you see any relationship between the values you're trying to get between. So like if you're going from inches to feet or inches squared to feet squared, there's one that goes directly there. Or the one we just did was from miles squares to acres, so there's one that goes directly there. Sometimes there isn't one that goes directly where you want it to go, so you might need to use a few of them. Let's say you wanted to go from square miles to square inches. You might want to start by going from square miles to square feet and then square feet to square inches. So you just utilize all the information in these charts. However, it will best help you get to the answer you want. So find one that matches the unit you currently have and see if there's a way you can make your way down to the units you want. Take a second and try exercise 4 on your own and then come back and check your work. For exercise 4, we have that the plans for building a deck call for 29 square meters of deck boards, and Tom has already bought 310 square feet. Does he have enough? So I decided to go from square meters to square feet, and notice we have a direct conversion over here. So I multiplied 29 square meters by 1 square foot divided by 0.093 square meters. The square meters canceled, leaving me with this division, which is approximately 311.8 square feet. Now Tom only bought 310, so he does not quite have enough. All right, again, take a second on your own and try exercise 5, pause the video, and then come back and check your work. For exercise 5, we have Riverside County has an area of 18,915 square kilometers. Is it larger or smaller than LA County, which is 4,751 square miles? You could do this problem two ways. You can either convert the 18,915 square kilometers to square miles like I did, or you can convert the 4,751 square miles to square kilometers and then compare it to Riverside. I chose to go from square kilometers to square miles, and I used this conversion factor here. So what it ended up doing was making me divide 18,915 by 2.59, and we see that this is approximately 7,303.1 square miles, and I should have an I here, sorry, square miles. M would be meters, MI is miles. So obviously Riverside County is quite a bit larger than LA County. In fact, if you subtract it, you're going to get that it's roughly 2,552.1 square miles larger than LA County.